John Wolfkill, Executive Director of the Community College of Aurora Foundation. Major responsibilities at CCA Foundation include things like strategic planning and really just making sure that we are driving toward our mission, annualizing that mission through sort of an annual fundraising plan and strategy, and making sure that we are really doing a great job of just stewarding our donors. I always think that donor engagement is what really leads to great giving. We work a lot on just focusing on our donors and their why and what's important to them, and making sure that we're really connecting their passion with the college's mission. I remember learning, like, wow, not everybody is given the same opportunities. And that just stuck with me in like lots of ways in my life, to the fact that like my mission statement as a human being is that I want to invest myself intentionally and missionally to create teams, to create pathways of faith, of belonging, of education and economic mobility. And I think there is no single better institution in any community than a community college. We create so many different on and off ramps for learners. You can start while you're in high school, earn all the way up to that associate's degree. You can come back, reskill, upskill, stack credentials, go right back into the workforce. Maybe you start with that credential, then you go back to the workforce, then you come back and you stack more onto it, then you go and increase your economic mobility again. I think there are no more nimble institutions in our cities than a community college. And so as we think about what's happening in enrollment, we think about what's happening in just the competition in higher education and the compression of higher education, community colleges are perfectly positioned to really meet the needs and demands of the workforce, and at the same time, the desires and the hopes and the dreams of our learners. Last year at this conference for CASE and Community College Advancement, they had a Shark Tank at the very end, and it was all about giving days. And so our giving day has sort of plateaued around $30,000 a year, took away several ideas that we sort of tweaked and transformed into our context around how do we better engage our endowed donors and our named scholarship donors in doing giving pages specific for them, and then how do we engage our student government association. So we took these two strategies, fleshed those out, and we went from $30,000 kind of the last couple of years to $76,000 on our giving day. And so that's a huge change and a huge jump, all because we took some really great ideas that our colleagues shared with us, things that were working with their campaigns, and we're able to engage a lot more donors into our work at CCA. I think what I really love about CASE is I developed these summer camp friends, what I call my lifelines. They're people that I would call up on the phone and talk strategy, brainstorm ideas. They'll share lessons learned that help me see around the corners and avoid mistakes that we might make or pitfalls that we could fall into. You find people that are gonna literally make you better. They're gonna elevate your ideas, your creativity. They're going to, as you develop those friendships, they're gonna call you out and be like, yeah, let me ask you some questions before you go down that road. CASE does a very good job of just creating space for meaning. My life is enriched through the relationships. Because of that, I'm able to be a better human being, I think, back to my team and show up how they need me. And then ultimately that allows us to show up in the community, how our community needs to really support our students.